Good day, students. I am Dr. Rachna Mathur. I am continuing with Browning and I am reading the lines for you, and I have already shared the PDF with you. So please open the PDF and try to understand the poetry. I am reading the lines for you. We are near line 55. At twilight peace, love, we are in God's hand. How strange now looks the life He makes us lead. So free we seem, so fettered fast we are. I feel He laid the fetter, let it lie. This chamber, for example, turn your head. All that's behind us, you don't understand nor care to understand about my art, but you can hear at least when people speak, and that cartoon the second from the door. It is the thing, love. So such things should be. Behold, Madonna. I am bold to say I can do with my pencil what I know, what I see, what at bottom of my heart I wish for you. I wish for. If I ever wish so deep, do easily too when I say perfectly. I'm repeating the line, do easily too when I say perfectly. I do not boast. Perhaps yourself are judge who listened in the legate talk last week, and just as much they used to say in France. At any rate, 'tis easy, all of it. No sketches first, no studies, that's long past. I do what many dream of all their lines. I'm repeating the line. I do what many dream of all their lives. Dream, strive to do, and agonize to do. So, in these lines, Browning is very optimistic. Browning optimistically he reflects in these lines. Andrea, through Andrea says that they should acquiesce in the position in which God has placed them. In this stanza, Madonna refers to Virgin Mary. Most of the painters of those days used to paint pictures of Virgin Mary. There is reference to the Madonnas painted by Raphael in Browning's poem One Word More. Andrea claims the skill to paint with the greatest ease what he really feels in his heart. In these lines, Andrea claims that he possesses an exceptional quality in painting. He is not boasting. She knows very well that he is a superb painter in the technical sense. So students, please remember that he is a superb painter in technical sense. Only last week she heard the words which is well placed. Church dignitary spoke in praise of Andrea's art. Besides, when he was at the French court, people there used to speak highly of his work. At any rate, it is easy of it. Andrea says that in order to paint a picture, he does not have to draw rough sketches first. The time when he needed to draw rough sketches is long past. He is no longer an apprentice but a superb craftsman. So, he is a superb craftsman. He has the capacity to paint what many others fail to paint all their life. In spite of their best efforts, he says that he can count at least 20 artists in the city of Florence itself who, in spite of the pains they all the pains they take, cannot even equal that ordinary picture which he had painted and which Lucrezia carelessly spoilt the other day by allowing her flowing robes to brush against it. So I am again reading the lines. Behold, Madonna, I am bold to say, I can do with my pencil what I know, what I see, what at bottom of my heart I wish for. If I ever wish so deep, so easily too, when I say perfectly, I do not boast. Perhaps yourself are judge who listened to the legate talk last week, and just as much they used to say in France. At any race, at any rate, it's easy, all of it. No sketches first, no studies, that's long past. I do what many dream of all their lives. Dream, strive to do, and agonize to do. And fail in doing. I could count 20 such on twice your fingers and not leave this town. Who strive? You don't know how the others strive to paint a little thing like that you smeared, carelessly passing with your robes afloat, yet do much less, so much less. Someone says, I know his name, no matter, so much less. Well, less is more, Lucrezia. I am judged. There burns a true light of God in them. In their waxed beating, stuffed and stopped up brain. So, Andrea, he's saying that you spoiled that picture. He can mention, though it is not necessary to do so, the name of the person who told him that even an ordinary painting by him could not be matched by many artists of Florence. But Andrea goes on to say the pictures drawn by others, though technically inferior to his own work, are essentially superior to his. So, this is important that though their pictures are technically inferior to his, they are essentially superior to his. The others are divine visions which are denied to him. So the others, they can enjoy divine vision. So remember students, the others, they can enjoy divine vision which is denied to him because Lucrezia is not supporting him. They are superior artists in so far as there burns a truer light of God in their troubled, beating, and congested brains or hearts, and they are urged to paint by that light. Heart or what's else, heart or whatever else then goes on to prompt this low pulsed, forthright craftsman's hand of mine. Their works drop groundward, but themselves, I know, reach many a time heaven that's shut to me. Enter and take their place there sure enough. Though they come back and cannot tell the world my works are nearer heaven, but I sit here. So he is very depressed. He is saying that he sits here because of Lucrezia. My works are nearer heaven, but I sit here. The sudden blood of these men at work, praise them, it boils, or blame them, it boils too. I painting from myself and to myself. Know what I do, am unmoved by men's blame or their praise either. Somebody remarks, Morello outline there is wrongly traced, his hue mistaken. What of that? Or else rightly traced and well ordered. What of that? Speak as they please, what does the mountain care? Ah, but a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? All is silver grey, placid and perfect with my art. The verse I know both what I want and what might gain. So these lines are very important. What's but a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? These lines are famous lines, often quoted. They express Browning's own philosophy. The idea contained in these lines finds expression frequently in Browning's poems. For instance, the same idea occurs in A Grammarian's Funeral. A man should have an ideal which is higher than he is capable of attaining. If that is not so, his life in heaven will become meaningless. According to Browning, we have to lead a life in heaven after we have completed this life on earth. We expect to get in heaven what we fail to get here. If we will get everything on earth, there will be no desire in heaven. It is necessary, therefore, for a man to pitch his goal so high that he cannot attain it on earth. A man's reach, these lines are that there should be something which we should aspire to get in heaven. grasp here means capacity or means otherwise. So now the lines, all is silver grey. There is no divine fervor about his art, says Andrea. The character of his art can be described as silver grey, which is the same thing as twilight. His art is technically flawless, but at the same time, it is tranquil and serene and therefore devoid of the fire of inspiration. So, this is very important that his art is technically flawless, but at the same time, it is tranquil and serene and therefore devoid of the fire of inspiration. This art is inferior to the art of others as their art has a divine touch. Andrea says that he is quite aware of what is his deficiency and how he can make it up. So, students, please try to do reference to context and try to make short type questions also. Thank you.